to the families that say I owe them 40 million rands, if you don't have any papers with 40 million written on the papers, this Zakhele chap is wasting both our times, and me, I'm going to deal with him. I am going to deal with this chap because he is trying to be relevant with me. Where was he in 1999? Was probably still in diapers. Did you guys show him? Did you show him the papers that say I owe you 40 million? 40 million rand. You know 40 million ukuthi ningangakanani. 40 million me I owe you guys. If there is no proof that I owe you guys anything, this matter is between me and this chap, and I am going to drag this chap through court until he has nothing left in his name. He will be asking for a job from me, and I will not give it to him. My son will get it.
I knew that's coming.
And I believe that this thing has something to do with Jacob Zuma. Because it is only the enemy that can find your worst secrets and try to make it public like this. He should have come to me and say I must share with him that 40 million. That would have been better. That would have been better. But I'm not saying there's a 40 million. There's no documentation that says it. You can go all the way to 1999 and look for articles. I hear some people have done that. Have they found any 40 million in the articles? I don't think so. I don't think so. There's no proof of that. You know, all the time people will want to drag your name through the mud. And this is what I am going to show them, that no. Not all of us are corrupt. Most of us are, but not all of us. There's a big difference. I have never been in such a situation where now I have to explain a 40 million that happened in 1999. No, times were bad in 1999. If anyone had 40 million, do you think it will still be there now? I don't say I have it. But no, I don't think that would be the case. That cannot have been the case. And also, let's just not forget that Jacob Zuma is trying to make sure that he destabilizes everything that is happening in the ANC. So this is definitely something that has to do with him. Definitely. And I hope he has the papers of 40 million. Because if he doesn't, I am dragging him also to court. If no one has a thing that's written 40 million, you are just backing up the wrong tree. I am the wrong tree, me. No, the Mantashe tree is not the right one. No. So unfortunately, I have to mention this before it even goes further, that there is no family that is going to receive any money from me because I don't know those people. As I've mentioned in the Sunday World article, it happens, man. You know, you lose some, you win some. You understand? We can't say who won in this case because we all don't know what happened to the 40 million. But I would like to apologize. I learned from Mashatile that even if you are not sincere, you can just apologize. So I'd like to do that too to the families. Should they really believe that I owe them money? In fact, if they're old, the members there who are old enough, you must tell them if they know me actually, they've seen my face, or it's just family members, people who are talking of hearsay. I don't owe anyone 40 million. And I'm going to deal with this Zakhele boy. I'm going to show him that you never try to push Jacob Zuma's agenda with Gwede Mantashe.
Are you urban? Do you embrace the pulse, the energy, the vibe of the city? Welcome to Urban Radio, where your identity and lifestyle come to life.
Maverick, ke a tshepa hore o lighta dintho tsa hao, di data bundles tsa hao tsa English jwale. Re tlo bua le Prinsley from kwa Urban Edge Radio. A re tse dilo tse right wena Africa. Ke na le wena gara. A re di hahlahle.
Rabbie ka ke a phone now.
Ke teng, ha ke teng. Ke mona mrenaka.
I think sometimes I'm going to bolela o catch up guys.
Ke teng mrenaka.
How are you doing in this cold weather?
No, I'm doing well, man. I think it was just a better idea who ED fella today who want that too much. Motho tlamela miracle. But it is what it is. You know?
What the hell again? Hey, wait again. But what could you do? You know that Rabbie is a miracle.
But it is what it is, man. You know, it is what it is. I'm a Muslim. If Eid, so break if Eid, they want you back there. You know what I mean? Exactly.
Rabbie, before we start, I want to say this. I want the Ebonites to hear this first, so that we get the complexity of this whole topic that we're going to be talking about. It's not even a topic. It's a big one. It's allegedly so. We're putting it out there. It's allegedly so. It's not, So, what I'm going to be starting with is high-ranking officials whom are implicated in corruption. Do you understand? And have been, and they have pending cases. Some of them are still in power, and some of them have been prosecuted, but some of them have not been held accountable for it. So I'm just going to be going down to them. It's like Jacob Zuma, former ANC leader and president of South Africa, found guilty of corruption by the Independent Commission, rendering him ineligible for public office. We have Nosidiwe Mapisa Ngakula, Speaker of Parliament, accused of soliciting and receiving $200,000 in cash for a former military contractor while serving as the Minister of Defense. We have Thabo Mbeki, former president of former president of South Africa, alleged to have received bribes of 30 million rands related to submarine contract with the German consortium. Cyril Ramaphosa, president of South Africa, Mr. Buffalo, ANC leader, criticized for his role in the cadre deployment committee that exercised the undue influence over state appointment, leading to corruption and more. And other notable figures. We have Meg Maharaj, former Minister of Transport, implicated in arms deals, bribery, allegedly receiving 2.3 million rands from French weapons maker Tails. We have Shabir Sheikh. You still remember him back in the days? Convicted of corruption and fraud related to arms deals using his Swiss bank account as a conduit for bribes. We have Stella Sekau, late former public enterprises minister, accused of receiving bribes from BAE, including a marketing job for her daughter in London. You understand? Nepotism eating more happy. Let the same person nepotism eating. We have Ace Mahashule, ANC Secretary General, facing allegations of corruption, including benefiting from state contracts during the COVID-19 pandemic and more. Then lastly, we have Kusela Diko, former presidential spokeswoman, husband implicated in COVID-19 related corruption scandal involving state contracts. As you see and as you hear, Ebonite, there is a whole lot of high-ranking officials whom have been implicated in corrupt cases, and some of them haven't been put to light. You understand? So the one that we're going to talk about right now, Rabbie Rizi is going to be breaking it down so that you see that we are not pinpointing and saying, you fella, because the one that he's going to talk about, it dates back from the 90s. Rabbie, how about saying?
Okay. So this situation involves Gwede Mantashe. You might have read on it in the papers, dear Ebonite, Loyanam Africa, where he opened a criminal case against Zuma, but not that one. This is another Zuma. Zakhele Zuma. He is a leader of Tongena, of an organization. But now the thing Gwede Mantashe believes this man is a front for the MK party. He believes that this man is a front for the MK party. But let's talk about what Tongena Zakhele Zuma of the land minerals movement. Let's talk about what the allegations are. Is that there is 40 million rand that Gwede Mantashe owes to former workers of a mine that was shut down in 1999. the East Rand property mines, where about 4,000 to 5,000 workers lost their jobs because the mine was shut down, record low gold prices, and the mine's inability to remain viable. So now, how the situation unfolded is that Gwede Mantashe is taking this man to court, also for defamation as well. But now the situation is that I went and I dug a little bit deeper and I found 3 separate videos shot on 3 different days by Zuma. And in the videos, he is not the one who's saying that Mantashe owes the people 40 million. He's not. He is actually even saying in further videos, Hore, they are saying, you understand? And these are family members and former workers of this mine that was shut down in 1999. They say that when the mine was shut down, Gwede Mantashe, who was at that point with Noom, had said to the workers, no, here is 40 million that they gave us, but we're going to invest it for 10 years. This is what the family members and former workers are saying. We're going to invest it for 10 years so that it grows. And so 10 years became 20, and these people have not received anything. And so Zakhele Zuma is a person who now as part of a movement that deals with mines, you know, he is now a person who is speaking on behalf of these people, saying that these people are saying they want their money because there is a 40 million that was paid when the mine was shut down, and as it may be, obviously 4,000 to 5,000 people who worked there, it could be what we can refer to as maybe their severance packages or whatever the case might be. You understand? So that is the current situation. And so Gwede Mantashe is taking this young man to court because defamation and is a criminal case. He wants nothing to do with this because now the people are saying that Gwede Mantashe is now claiming that he does not know them. But they insist that no, Gwede Mantashe knows us. You know what I mean? That's the situation in a nutshell. Yeah.
You know what's the issue here? It's that, you know what, I love the fact that you checked out and it wasn't Zakhele who said that. He's saying they are saying that, and I'm standing up for them. I'm representing them. And he's an activist because he has been doing this way before. You understand? That's why even Gwede himself was saying that, hey, let Dodale, like, young Floop. You understand? He has been outspoken. But the problem right now is when it comes to such matters, and somebody practices their might, their power. Do you understand when you say, I am going to make him pay for this? And if you read the article itself, it's not the threat. You're saying, you know what? I'm going to make you pay for this. Do you understand? Defamation of character, I understand. It's okay. You need to stand up for yourself. But when a politician right now brings in his top lawyers and say, you know what? I am going to bring you down. But whilst there are still those who have proof, it's families who have went through this. It's like we do not have a voice to actually go against these politicians due to what? Them having the law behind them. You understand? They can break the law and nothing will happen because they have the amount, the money, the power to persuade. You understand? How should we deal with such, Rabbie? Because right now you're going to feel like, you know what? I've lost my job. This mine or this factory closed. As you said, that money could have been for a severance package. We're like, okay, cool. This is for you. The mine is closed. Sorry, there's nothing that we can do, but this is for you. Then now you come along as politicians or as leaders and say, you know what? We are going to be investing this. But you don't even tell the people where you're going to invest it in. Do you understand? So that it multiplies. Then the next thing, we see you even become a bigger official, you understand, in the ANC. Because we didn't know Gwede Mantashe back then. We know him right now, you know. So how should one, a civilian, deal with such when you are threatened? Because Zakhele said that there have been threats to his life. People came to his home and told them that, okay, we heard that there's a bomb here. A bomb? Are you serious? You come to my house and say that we had allegedly there's a bomb here. What?
Hey. You know, I think this is quite crazy because really, in addition to that, I agree in a video that he made, another Kele, he said, or he claimed rather, or his life was in danger.
Allegedly so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even after that situation of a tip off of a bomb in his house, he pointed fingers at Mantashe and President Cyril Ramaphosa. Or these are the people that could have done something like this. And you know, now when I'm looking at this story, and I'm analyzing the tone of Mantashe in it, and him saying he believes that this thing is an extension of MKP because it looks like something that Zuma would establish as an extension of MKP. I don't know. It seems a little bit sinister, and it seems like there's gonna be a lot to come out from this situation. It's gonna be a lot to come out from this situation because what I also did, I went back to 1999 and I found a Mail and Guardian article that was speaking about Vele confirming everything about the mine and its liquidation and all of those things. You know what I mean? So looking at that, I was trying to see they're going to speak about the monies that were owed to the people or that were promised to the people. That article does not state that. And then so now I'm thinking, if there is no written account of that money, that could be an issue as well, because now it's Gwede Mantashe's word against the former workers and their family members, because some have since passed. You understand? So it could be a hearsay thing in court. You understand? If the former members are not the former workers and family members of former workers, because the mine was closed down. If those people cannot prove anything in writing, no, this is what was said, and there's a lot that they say. They say there was a time where they came and they gave 1,000 rands to others, but they must open accounts so that money will be deposited into that. You understand? So if those accounts are not open, there's no evidence of it, and there's nothing written that says anything about the 40 million. We Gwede Mantashe, if that is the case, that the money was there. There's nothing written down. There's no proof of it. It's only his word against theirs. Bona, that money is long finished. You understand?
But we queen. But why would families go to such troubles, Rabbie? You understand? Two, for so many years, because it's one person against families. We're not talking about one term. One person against families. It's the same thing right now with Mercana and Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa still hasn't answered to that, and it's a case which is pending. He needs to go to trial and explain why did he allow the security enforcement to open live ammunition that literally massacred our brothers. That's the thing.
You know,
we keep this thing under the carpet. We Radi brasha, man. We sweep them under the carpet, knowing that we can keep people mum because what? We are politicians and we have the money. So, and if anything, you say anything as a civilian, what we're gonna do? We're gonna threaten your life.
You know, these mines, not only are they dangerous to the people working underneath them and to the zamazamas that are really risking their lives underneath them, and even for the people that are exploiting workers there. It is just a messy game, man. It is just a messy game because now so many families, like you're saying, they cannot be up in arms for mahala. We know that they worked there. That one is a fact. We know that they worked there, and we know typically there would be some sort of severance package. If who should be the 40 million, and there's about 4,000 to 5,000 workers. We can get an intent to do the numbers on average how much could have been for each person. You understand? Now what they're saying is that not only do they want that 40 million, they want the interest too. This is what Zakele Zuma is saying. No. So what we're going to do for these people, they are not just going to want the 40 million. They will want it with interest too. And now I'm saying, if that is the case, that he was given that money for the workers, because the workers say they never received it. If he was given that money for the workers, that money is long gone. You understand?
And he's also playing with fire as well. I'm telling you about Mantashe. He's also playing with fire as well. Why are you now changing the barrel of your gun and facing it to the MKP and specifically pinpointing an individual and saying these are some of Zuma's tactics? You are naming him. You are naming the party itself. Isn't that also in itself a defamation of character?
In a way it is. In a way it is. This is why I was saying there is something a little bit sketchy. Dear Ebonite, Luenam Africa, we are not now in court and concluding this case. We are not. The situation is this: we are saying that based on what Mantashe is saying on these articles, I'm sure it will be different or it will be better explained should this thing go to court. I hope it does for the sake of the families. If there was 40 million rands put aside for them, and I hope if there was 40 million rands put aside for them, they do get it with interest. Please, guys, enough is enough. Now,
no, sorry, my friend. Yeah.
No trouble. So get into with now. So Zuma, what it looks like. You are feeling you are saying this is an attack, and this is the only place where this attack could come from, because you assume only he would know no from back then that it happened like this. It says to us konok shaya manzi in Zulu, they put it like that something could be there. We will just wait to see what it is.
For me right now, as I'm looking at it, I'm like, you know what, even if they go to court, I don't see them budging. Big time lawyers, who is going to represent them pro bono? So there's somebody gonna come and say, all right, let me represent you pro bono, so because it's gonna be a big case. You are literally you calling someone who is in parliament, who is in government, and who is a big official, and they want to take you to court. And now the families who are looking for that money, it's not like they have money. They don't have any money. They just want their money so that they can survive. Those who have lost their husbands also, do you understand? All their kids who work there, you see. So now it's the things like, who's going to represent them, my friend? Is it going to be Zakhele? Zakhele is not a lawyer.
No, it won't be him. In fact, there's more developments to this. If there'll be a pro bono lawyer who can see, hey, it looks like these people will get the money, let me jump in so I can get paid. Let's hope. Now, the situation right now is that on Tuesday, which is yesterday, Zuma, he rocked up a Lutuli house with about 60 former mine workers.
Zakhele?
Zakhele. Okay. I need to say his first name because Zuma's gonna confuse us. Zakhele, he rocked up a Lutuli house with about 60 of these former workers. Now, the situation is that they said, no, we want to have a meeting with ANC and with Mantashe. They arrived there. So meaning Zakhele took all of these people who are the ones that claim, no, Mantashe owes us 40 million. You understand? He took them to Lutuli house to say, guys, these people are saying that Mantashe owes them 40 million. So I brought them here. We need to have a meeting. Me, I'm speaking on their behalf. This is the situation now. And this follows the article from Sunday. Meaning, because I also saw a video of his on the Land Minerals Movement TikTok saying this article here, the one that we are citing, this article here says that I did not. I am speaking on behalf of these people. They are the ones that said 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we want to make sure that if there's anything that they are due, they are paid. And so we are going to go forward with this thing. The next video I see is there by Lutuli House outside there. It says, we came here to Lutuli House. We've spoken to people at Lutuli House already. And they've organized the meeting. They want to see Mantashe. I'm not sure if he's going to agree because Mantashe now wants to bring the lawyers. I'm not sure if he's going to agree. But me, I'm saying that right now, if the table has been set by Zakhele Zuma, who's speaking on behalf of the former mine workers of R40m mine, that the table is set, and if there's no agreement to speak within that meeting with ANC, let's say members of sorts. I'm not sure who exactly is going to be involved in the meeting, but if the table is, if Mantashe does not agree to meet them in that setting, we must now raise eyebrows and say no. But this person said, as you have mentioned in the article, that he's defaming you. He has mentioned that he's not the one that is saying that, number one. So he's also now requesting with the people that he says he's representing. He's requesting a meeting with you and with ANC officials, number two. If you decline this and you want to push that one, we will see. To how church. It means when it gets too hot, you need to fall back. So now, if you fall back once the table is set in that manner, we are gonna start judging you. We are tired of these mining related things where our people never get justice. We are tired of that. We will look at this like a bunch of hawks flying over Lutuli House, making sure is Gwede Mantashe coming in to the meeting or not.
Yeah. My friend, I believe like wherever there's smoke, there has been fire there, or fire is about to happen. Do you understand? So we'll follow up with the story and see the upcoming weeks. But now moving along, I'm taking up the time because I need to release you early this time. I don't like it when but anyway, looking at immigration and custom enforcement, which is the abbreviated to ICE. Baby, ICE have been causing quite a ruckus, Lenyora, with Trump having so much power, knowing that he has them to enforce their laws. ICE being to such an extent that they are stripping people from immigration offices, even if you have your papers, they are deporting you or incarcerating you. Do you understand? So now what has been happening? These immigrants are like, I never, Lunyora. So they have been fighting to such an extent that I think it was yesterday or a couple of days. No, actually yesterday, Trump literally deployed 700 active military personnel, do you understand, to go deal with the situation because the police there couldn't handle anything. They're all Washington, all of Angelas, man. So Rabbie, we spoke in wait again. People like pointing fingers.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
About, hey, there's a genocide happening in South Africa. Hey. Now we're seeing everything and it's transpiring. I'm not saying there's a genocide happening in America, but I'm saying the way that people have been treated, the immigration policies which have been implemented by the Trump administration has people acting in such a manner. My friend, you need to learn about something about this talk.
Hey man, really the situation now when I look at this ICE matter in Los Angeles and the deportation of immigrants and stuff, I just imagine Hore, we took like over 49, let's say over because I don't know how many, they sneak out of this country, these people. We took over 49 healthy people with no situation in their country happening. But they got the red carpet treatment. They arrived there. The people who really need those services, they are the ones who are up in the streets now. This is the situation. This is a situation of when you try to make a situation what it's not, and then the situation just says no, Mranaka. This is how I am. There's been hundreds of thousands of immigrants who had been placed aside since January when they decided to freeze this whole thing. And then all of a sudden, Bona, the carpet is not just red, it's fluffy. I don't know what material it is, but when you walk on it, your foot sinks in, is how comfortable that carpet is. They come in. And then at the back burner of that, you have people who are from places where there's actual war. You understand? People who are real asylum seekers who are running away from real life, death and life threatening situations. You understand? And you still decide, no, we are just going to see how we will manage it. Of course it will flare up. And I'm not surprised that over 700 military people were were deployed. I'm not surprised. These people are not used to the protest. They don't happen as often as they should for them to understand. Bona, you don't need to now bring the military to kill people there. You don't need to do that. I'm not sure if they understand. They have the right to protest, but I don't know. Maybe they're trying to quell that thing. Finish that thing before it even starts. They figure out bringing in so much military power is going to destabilize the situation. But typically that's how you throw fuel into a fire. We were saying on Monday, I wonder what is it that they're trying to make us move away from.
Yes, what are they hiding whilst we are focusing on such?
This is what's happening, because this just did not start yesterday. Even on Monday it was happening, when we were still trying to figure out what is it that they could be trying to blindside us from. Because this is a perfect storm that is happening there. It is look, man, they like they were, I can't say they were caught off guard. I mean, they saw it flaring up, coming up, but it is unheard of to say in Los Angeles there's these things that are typical of a Johannesburg. You remember what the Americans were saying about us. It is unprecedented for such a thing to be happening in America, of all places. But no, these things are human. They are not area based. There's nothing along where it happens in the States and it doesn't happen in China or in South Africa. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I wanted to hear that. But now in closing, no, we understand what's happening that side. Trump's administration, they have been poking at people to such an extent that when now they retaliate, you say that, you see, this is what I told you. You see these immigrants, what they're doing. They are looting, they're doing. But sometimes I'm like, why would they loot the immigrants? Because I saw people looting, breaking into stores and all that, vandalizing, and I'm like, I don't think those are, and they're naming it's the immigrants, they the ones who are doing this. Reporters are being shot. I'm like, are you squirious? Are you squirious? This is happening. But anyway, we'll also see it as time goes. Look at the time right now, Lenyora, and let's do that ultimatum whereby you are Gwede Mantashe. Please explain to the 40 and Uzakelo Zuma, and also explain on why you are involved in the MKP, saying that, hey, this is another strategy of Jacob Zuma employ, you understand, to destabilize and to paint Gwede Mantashe wrong, you understand, to go for each and every one of his political foes whom Zuma knows personally, so that, you know what, I can grapple them and just hit them one by one, because they've been targeting him. Now, Gwede Mantashe, explain your situation right now, sir. Let's go.
Okay, so to the families that say I owe them 40 million rands, if you don't have any papers with 40 million written on the papers, this Zakele chap is wasting both our times, and me, I'm going to deal with him. I am going to deal with this chap because he is trying to be relevant with me. Where was he in 1999? Was probably still in diapers. Did you guys show him? Did you show him the papers that say I owe you 40 million? 40 million rand. You know 40 million ukuthi ningangakanani. 40 million me I owe you guys. If there is no proof that I owe you guys anything, this matter is between me and this chap, and I am going to drag this chap through court until he has nothing left in his name. He will be asking for a job from me, and I will not give it to him. My son will get it.
I knew that's coming.
And I believe that this thing has something to do with Jacob Zuma, because it is only the enemy that can find your worst secrets and try to make it public like this. He should have come to me and say I must share with him that 40 million. That would have been better. That would have been better. But I'm not saying there's a 40 million. There's no documentation that says it. You can go all the way to 1999 and look for articles. I hear some people have done that. Have they found any 40 million in the articles? I don't think so. I don't think so. There's no proof of that. You know, all the time people will want to drag your name through the mud. And this is what I am going to show them, that no. Not all of us are corrupt. Most of us are, but not all of us. There's a big difference. I have never been in such a situation where now I have to explain a 40 million that happened in 1999. No, times were bad in 1999. If anyone had 40 million, do you think it will still be there now? I don't say I have it. But no, I don't think that would be the case. That cannot have been the case. And also, let's just not forget that Jacob Zuma is trying to make sure that he destabilizes everything that is happening in the ANC. So this is definitely something that has to do with him. Definitely. And I hope he has the papers of 40 million. Because if he doesn't, I am dragging him also to court. If no one has a thing that's written 40 million, you are just backing up the wrong tree. I am the wrong tree, no, the Mantashe tree is not the right one. No. So unfortunately, I have to mention this before it even goes further, that there is no family that is going to receive any money from me, because I don't know those people. As I've mentioned in the Sunday World article, it happens, man. You know, you lose some, you win some. You understand? We can't say who won in this case because we all don't know what happened to the 40 million. But I would like to apologize. I learned from Mashatile that even if you are not sincere, you can just apologize. So I would like to do that too to the families, should they really believe that I owe them money. In fact, if they're old, the members there who are old enough, you must tell them, if they know me actually, they've seen my face, or it's just family members, people who are talking of hearsay. I don't owe anyone 40 million. And I am going to deal with this Zakhele boy. I'm going to show him that you never try to push Jacob Zuma's agenda with Gwede Mantashe. Thank you.
Rabbie, you're going to try for Zuma also. Thank you very
so much, man.
I know that you are writing a very long article. I don't know, it's for what newspaper?
Saturday Star. Not long, 500 words.
Oh, 500
words,
you're
yeah.
Doing your research.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think maybe by next week or even next month, man, we need, let's wait for this whole thing to come down to meltdown. Yeah,
okay.
Washington, and so that you can have that travel advisory on America, because we can't. You see what's happening. We need to also advise people like, hey, don't go to America. Also, you see the FIFA World Cup has been cancelled in America. We're like, travel bans.
Very bad things are happening, like what Trump. Yeah. Last parting words. Dear Ebonite, Leonam Africa, thank you so much for sharing this cold morning, Lerona. We truly appreciate your time. Nakalibito, Kemateadi, Rabbie Surumula Samol Lokota Malalaiswa. Bansabang, Bar, Rabbie Road.